For the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello and welcome to Attwoolls Camping and Leisure with me, Mike. Today I'm giving you guys a review on an exciting product from Coleman. This here is the Coleman Valdes 4 Air. So it's an inflatable tent, or more kind of a hybrid actually. So it's a main body is inflatable, so it's very quick and easy to put up, but then you've just got simply two fiberglass poles for this nice big front canopy. So it was kind of a new model they introduced for 2017. It carries on in 2018 with quite a few different changes into the range. So the canopy is now much bigger, so you've actually got some usable area and more sheltered area. So when you're cooking, or if you want just something to put your sort of shoes away from the weather, that works out really ideal. The poles on the front actually are still colour coordinated, so it helps to know which pole goes where, but you're still, in essence, the Valdes is still the same sort of very good tent it was last year. Probably the most important thing about the whole tent is the fact that it has a blackout bedrooms. Now when we say blackout, we mean blackout. It cuts out 99% of the light. So if you want sort of every opportunity to have the best night's sleep possible, then blackout is certainly a good option. It's something that's unique to Coleman, and certainly only you can go with Coleman tents. And probably when you look at it in comparison, you do probably pay around about, I don't know, anywhere between sort of 70 and 80 pounds more in relation to a similar model from a different brand. So it's certainly got its plus points. It's also got its sort of cons as well. So it does vary. But blackout system, I'll talk a bit more about it when we go inside and look inside the tent itself. So really it's a 4-person tent, or I would say more of a comfy 2, but with a nice big canopy. But you've got the ability to sleep 4 at the back in sort of a 2 and 2 berth different style, and the dividing can be taken out completely to make it a 1 big 4 berth. But smart tent, really nice model. It's 4,500 mil hydrostatic head, so it's very, very waterproof, and also a nice 70 denier fabric. But I do like the colour of it. It's very quite sharp, and certainly again another big improvement. For the 2018 season, we are actually we're doing certain deals on this model. So for all those deals, double check on our website attwoolls.co.uk, as you can see below, on what we're doing there, or follow the link. But let's have a little look inside and talk through a few more features about the Valdes. So now inside the Valdes, you can kind of get a bit more of a better feel for how it's laid out. And the first thing you see is actually sort of the extent of how big that canopy is. You've got quite a unique little door on the front. So rather than your sort of traditional door, it actually feels like a door, not like a tent, but you've got a handle on the front, and you can open and shut it as you want to. You've got a ventilation panel on the front as well that helps certainly with giving nice circulation inside the tent. There's a little retainer there, which you can just put in to hold the door at bay. But you don't always have to use it as a physical door. So there's actually a fiberglass pole you insert into the door part, which then acts like an actual door. So if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. You can just zip it up like a normal door. You've got 2 nice big clear PVC windows at the front to give you beautiful light ahead of time. You also, yet again, got a nice big PVC window on the side here, which offers plenty of light inside the main body of the tent. Over here you've also got a door as well, so this really is your main mesh door. So if you want circulation, you can go out sort of the left hand side, and also gives you a bit more variation on where you go in. You don't always have to go out the front, even that is with the canopy kind of what we'd classify as your rain safe door. So it's chucking down rain, you go out the front, but the side's a nice option as well. The main body, like I said, is inflatable, so the joys of it means it's very quick and easy to put up, and one person could happily put his tent up on their own in about sort of 10 minutes. But like I said, it's a nice sort of concept that it's still, you know, decent sort of size, not too heavy as well, which I do think is quite a nice feature, certainly when it's looking around the sort of small family to sort of couples market. But one thing it does obviously give you is the blackout bedrooms. So blackout bedrooms are at the back here. Really efficient. Like I said, about 99% of light it cuts out. It actually creates an internal difference in the temperature as well. So the main body here, so even standing in this part here, there'll be a 5-degree difference between internal temperature from here in comparison to in the bedroom. And actually it's quite amazing that you can feel the difference even now, really, down to the way the fabric works. What it also gives you is obviously hopefully a good night's sleep. Which means you're not going to wake up at the crack of dawn. When you go inside there, it is blackout. You can't see anything at all. For this reason, like I said, you have these nice big mesh panels for ventilation, but I also can act as kind of your ability to have some light in there without having it sort of too dark, because when it is all zipped up, you can't see anything. In the bedrooms, we've also got as well is little pockets, so you can actually quite easily find things like torches or your phone, so when it is pitch black, you search around things, you can literally feel the pocket and find out. So it's the mesh pockets at the front, so you can help with storage and keep it all neat and tidy. And the inner bedrooms can be left in place and also are colour coordinated if you want to take them out. One thing also Coleman do is the zips noticeably go halfway each way. That is purely down to the fact that it means that kids can get out regardless. So if the zip was at the top, for example, you wouldn't find kids would be, getting out in emergencies or anything like that. So that's the next thing Coleman tend to do. Coleman use a very similar sort of kind of dinghy valve, so it's a push system, which is nice and easy, and then the pump actually physically twists and locks on while you're pumping. But it's a nice little model. There are sort of other things like low level ventilation to help with circulation there, as well as high level ventilation, not only in the front canopy, but also in the bedroom compartment as well. And you've also got little hanging points for lanterns around the tent itself, as well as cable entry points to get your mains electric inside of here. So you do get sort of plenty of features inside the tent. And I think, to be fair, there are other things on the market that are similar in terms of size. And it's a toss-up, really. The one thing I think, if it's purely down to blackout is the thing you're after, I think, yeah, then Coleman you have to look at and go for. They do this model. They do also a 6XL, which I think is better than a middle size, which is a 6L. Just has a bit more room and a bit more usable space. But I mean, on the cusp of things, nice strong model. Like I said, in terms of spec, you've got toggle up curtains rather than zip up curtains. So there are things that you wouldn't get from likes of, if you were looking at Camper or Vango, for example, in the same kind of range, those extras are normally included and are quite an important feature, let alone the fabrics are normally a little bit thicker as well. So it's all different stuff to consider. But overall, really nice model. Like I say, perfect for couples, and the blackout thing is really, really brilliant. So come and have a look at our indoor display showroom. We do have a Valdes on display as well. But that is the Coleman Valdes 4 Air.